Hello again. If you've seen the first video, where I shared my experience of leading this team of very senior members in market research. I hope you liked that video. In case you've not seen it, please do see it, uh, because that this story is a fallout of that. So in case you haven't seen it, to cut a long story short, after I gelled with my team in market research, where I was there for 6, 7 short months, my request I always had a request to go to the field. Unlike other uh, management trainee roles where uh, role to brand management was what was asked, what was desired, my first thing was that I would like to go to the field. And I remember the time when I was called by the marketing director that time, and he said, "Congratulations, you're moving out of market research, and we're going to give you two big brands to handle as a product manager." Incidentally, those two brands were supposed to be Neosporin and T-Back. And instead of being delighted, I said, "Thank you, sir, but as I mentioned, I would like to go to sales. I would like to start off my sales." So he said he was pretty surprised. He said, uh, "Why sales?" I said, "No, sir, because that is where the grassroots things happen. Everything boils down over there, and I would like to learn it at this time when I'm starting my career." Then he said, "Okay, we'll see what we can do. But do you have any preference?" So at that time, Glaxo had three divisions. One was the Glaxo Pharma, which had the mega brands of Zantac, Cobadex, and just some other division. At one time, that division itself was the number one company in the Indian pharma industry with a market share of 5.2, 5.3%. And second division was Glaxo Allenbury's, which was your premium antibiotics like Fortum, Supercef, and Keftab. And the third was the acquisition of Burroughs Wellcome. So Burroughs Wellcome was the third division. So when he asked me which team, I said Glaxo Allenbury's. So he said, "Why?" I said, "Because it has premium products, but it's expensive products, and that is what I would like to, start off with." He said, "Any other requirements? Any location preference?" So I said, "Yes, the location preference would be Uttar Pradesh." He said, "Why Uttar Pradesh?" I said Uttar Pradesh because it's supposed to be the most potential market, and yet it's supposed to be price sensitive. So let me try to take the experience of selling premium products in a typical mass market. He smiled and he said, "Any other request?" And I knew I was pushing it, but I said, "What the hell? If the marketing director is asking, let me at least share my views, whether it's agreed to or not. That depends. But let me at least give my wish list." I said, "Yes, I would like to be based as an area manager in a non-RSM headquarter." And he said, "Why was that?" I said, "Because see, I will be going for some time. I don't have experience as a medical rep. If I go as an area manager in a RM headquarter, naturally all the decisions which need to be taken, by default, I will be asking my RM to take them. And as a result, my own learning will not happen." So he said, "Okay, so it's Allenbury's, Uttar Pradesh, and non-RM headquarter." I said, "Yes." So he said, "Okay, we'll try to see what we can do." And with a smile, he signaled me to go. So I thought the matter had ended. So I'll be very grateful. And not, I think, a week's time or something. See, at that time, for a management trainee, for a regional manager to take a risk of taking a management trainee as an area manager was a very big, it was actually a big risk, because Glaxo at that time was like any other company, a very hardcore sales driven organization. And it's okay to talk strategies, okay to give inputs and arrange for communication. At the end of the day, you have to deliver numbers. So we all knew at that time the area manager is one of the most critical roles in the organization. So why would an RM want to any take a risk with an untried person who's not even worked as a medical rep in Glaxo? But I would be very grateful that somebody did take that risk, and he saw my interest, and that regional manager said, "Okay, I'm willing to take a chance on this fresh management trainee as an area manager." So I still remember it was maybe a Tuesday or Wednesday where I was called to the marketing director and said, "Okay, Your wish has been granted. You're moving to Allahabad as an area manager in GlaxoSmithKline, and you'll be joining. I said, when do I need to join? So mentally, I was thinking, okay, I'll have a month so I can say bye to my friends in Mumbai, enjoy Mumbai a bit more, and before I leave for Allahabad. But by Monday, I think there's a meeting there, there's area manager meeting, so you can join. So, wow, 3 or 4 days. And then I came out. I said, "What about the training? I mean, I don't have any experience. Who's going to train me?" The marketing director said, "Learn on the job. Your RM will guide you." And I knew, but it was still not seeming enough. Where was the formal training of leading a team, of being an area manager? I had no experience. So I went to this general manager sales, and I will not take his name. He's a very well-known, respected person in the industry. He used to smoke these, king size cigarettes. I think it was classic kings or we used to smoke. I remember outside the office building, I would always go into this. I said, "Sir, I'm going to, go to sales. So if you could just, arrange a training for me." And he would be puffing and saying, "Oh, पुत्र तू चिंता ना कर, तू जाएगा फील्ड में तू सब सीख जाएगा." I said, "Sir, that's fine, but I need to know something." "अरे don't worry, पुत्र चिंता ना कर, चिंता ना कर." And that was the first lesson. Wednesday over. Thursday again I went to him during the cigarette break. I said, "Sir, please, I request you, can you?" "अरे तू इतना टेंशन क्यों ले रहा है यार? फील्ड में जाके तू सब सीख जाएगा. अच्छा आरएम मिला है वो सिखा देगा, तू चिंता ना कर." And this was getting even more. What do I do? Seekh me. What should I? How do I handle a team? And I was getting jitters. All my enthusiasm of going and taking charge of the team was seeming as if seeming so immature. I can't tell you. And I was thinking, should I go back and say, "Give me that Neosporin tea bag"? They were seeming such safe havens, where I could sit and say that I am managing such big brands, rather than just going into uncharted territory totally. Thursday, I requested. I said, "Please, please, please." The GM says that smilingly took pity on me. He said, "Son, I'll just tell you that I'll tell you three things. Remember this always." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Remember that for doing the target, the rep gets a salary. Rule number one. The rep's salary is for doing the target." I said, "Okay. For doing more than the target, the rep gets an incentive." That's rule number two. So if you deliver more than the target, the company makes extra profit, the budgeted, that profit is shared. That extra profit is shared. So doing more than the target. Rule number two. And he said, rule number three is the day the company feels that that rep can make 6 other reps like him, develop 6 other reps under him, that is the day he becomes a first line manager. It dawned on me. And gentlemen, friends, these three nuggets, just think of it. For doing the salary, for doing your job, you get your salary. For doing more than your job, you get rewarded in terms of incentive. It's only when you can develop people do you get elevated. And it's not that in Glaxo we lost our jobs if we were not doing. Glaxo was very hardcore, but we lost our jobs if we were not delivering the target. But the fact of the matter is that the area manager, you only become a first time manager when you develop in, when the company gets the confidence that you can develop a team under you. And these were something which, since then, that day in 1997 to right now, even as my consultant, has been my compass throughout. If you see many management decisions when we talk about, let's promote this person. Why should we promote this person? Oh, he has been with the company for a very long time. Loyal person. There's a disconnect. Loyalty is not about promotion should not be given as a reward for loyalty, not promotion for leading people. And that's one of the huge jump which is there. Or second thing is, no, he tried, but he didn't achieve his target. So let us give an incentive at 95%. No, I would never recommend that, because that shows that if the target has been set, that means the target is not sacrosanct. That means anything can be negotiated. That means somewhere in my mind, if I'm driving this, I know there's a sleeve. I've delivered less. Why should I lower my performance benchmark? Yes, I can accept a 95% performance, it can happen. But why should I reward a person for 95% performance when the target has been agreed on? Right? And these are some of the things when I found every single decision, when you put into these three very clear filters, it makes things extremely, the path evolves to what decision should one take. And friends, this, as I mentioned, that this was something which has remained inside. And I think in certain area manager workshops, sales management workshops, I've shared this example also. That what do we do? What is the difference between the role? This huge jump between the medical rep and the area manager. And remember, and it was in Glaxo in those days, you you don't become an area manager in a place where you are a medical rep. So suppose you were a medical rep in Delhi, you might become an area manager in South, where you will not know the customer, you don't know the channel, you may not even know the language. How do you develop a team there? That's another episode which will come up. So remember three rules which I learned. For doing your job, you get the salary. For doing more than your job, you get incentive. But you move on to the next level of development of the leadership role only if you have the capability of developing people. What a lovely thought. Would love to hear your views on this. And as I said, I always say, in case you like these videos, please do share and subscribe, because that is motivation for me to share more of my thoughts whenever I can. Would love to hear from you. Thank you for subscribing. Bye for now.